Ready, and it's going to be mTw versus MYM. I still have to kind of just drop back up to that game a little bit more, but alternate. What do you think kind of separated them from Fnatic in that second half? Because, you know, before the game, during the first half, halfway through the game, Fnatic were just so full of confidence, so happy, so joyful that you didn't think anyone would be able to stop them.
No, it was Fnatic's to lose, and they lost it. They had everything with them that they needed. But Roman, at halftime, decided, you know what, I'm going to play. And boy, did he. He was the one that made the big difference in that second half. It's interesting that Fnatic were... I can't pinpoint what Fnatic did wrong. I can only compliment what Alternate did right, and that was individually coming together.
Yep. Okay, so we are going to go in with mTw versus MYM. And Toswell, let's talk a little bit about this one. We've had the knife round. mTw have taken that and, of course, gone for CT side here on Train. They're just doing the group hug right now. What do you think about this one?
I think Train is a map that, if I were on that if I were on that MYM side, I'd be a little concerned. I wouldn't want to go up against Sunder on Train. I think he's playing very well at this tournament. I think mTw will probably play quite well. This is, though, a map that mTw won the WCG finals against SK on. I can't remember if this was one of the... It was one of the best of three. I'm not sure if this was the one they won it on. However, they know their stuff. They are the favorites for this. But MYM have Neo, and you can never count that guy out. He can change around without a teammate.
Certainly can. We've not got the players on stage for this one. Actually, they're in the game area, and we've got a delay on HLTV so that they can't see the screens on the stage, or they can see them, but they can't actually do anything useful with them because it's in the past. So we are in the pistol round then. MYM versus mTw. Quick rundown of the teams in a minute because the action started already. Look and Sunder both exchanging kills. Look decides he's not going to be called Jesus today, and well, so far that's favoured him quite nicely. Neo goes down to Wimp. As Taz is up there on the sniper deck. Look, grabs his second. Well, it's a 3 versus 3. The action slows down for a moment as MYM are out on that outer train yard. Taz taking a couple of hits from the end of the 6 train. He spotted one man over on the 5 train as well. He did the damage there. Taz is down to just 31 HP, but still he causes troubles for mTw as those shots are exchanged. MYM continue to hold back here on the outer yard. They've not made their move just yet, but will now look like they were going to move in. They still have 50 seconds. They're not going to rush this one. Sonic, MJ, and Wimp still alive for the Danes, and they're all around that outer bomb site. Well, now MYM are going to edge their way around. Taz will be the second one around. Wimp will peek. Kuban goes down. MJ picks off one. It's all onto Taz. 1 versus 3. He looks spotted an arm of one person there, but decides he has to back away in that situation. Then he goes looking again. He knows there's one man around that 5 train. Misses his shots and will now move across. Sonic will take him down. That won't be pistol round mTw. And on CT side, to me, that says that mTw are going to start to build up a big, big lead at the start.
Yes, definitely. Pick that one up. The quicker they can get to an AWP, the quicker they can pick this game up. It's a CT-favored map. It's very difficult to attack. And mTw are going to lie and wait now for the MYM guys. And it's not going to be easy for them. However, these are a team who know this game like the back of their own hands, and if anyone can pull it out, these are a team who have that unpredictable element, as we say, the MYM guys. They know their stuff. Taz makes his way onto the top of one of those trains. AVE is somewhere around him as he makes his way across. There is AVE. Zonic gets himself the frag onto Neo, and Lord B gets himself that frag onto AVE. Quickly flying away, they will collect that weapon. mTw have got themselves another frag with Wimp delivering on to Kuban. As MYM find themselves in a 3-on-4 with the bomb planted. Perhaps by surprise there, mTw caught. Now Luke will go up against it. Taz is going to make his way across as they will push through. MJ gets himself the frag on the Lord B. Makes his way across. Down by Luke at point-blank range. Wimp comes in with another one. Sunder's out via Taz. And it's Wimp and Sonic versus Taz now. They have to get this bomb defused. And they look like they're going to get it. Taz has got a weapon, so it's not a complete loss for him. MYM have got 3 frags, so they're going to be relatively happy. But, well, MTW made that a heck of a lot harder than they really should have done.
Dangerous second round there for MTW. I mean, it all started, you know, early on in there where one of the men went down on the outside. I think Zonic lost his weapon. No, it wasn't Zonic, he was there at the end. On the outer train yard, lost his weapon, and from there they really built on it nicely. Now MTW, of course, have weapons to use, which is always a bonus coming into the third round. We'll see if they can make it count. Obviously, Luck has himself an AWP here as well. Let's take a look around to his arch enemy, Sunday. He does as well. So that could be where the most interesting battle takes place between Luck and Sunday, the battle of those two formidable AWP players. Sunday still hasn't spotted anyone. MYM are taking things very, very slowly right now. As the time starts to tick away, they've got a 3-man stack to peek down to the end of Ivy. And when they don't get anything, they decide, well, let's try it from another angle. Luck has worked his way all the way down into the white holes, was taking a peek down towards the end of there, didn't actually spot anyone, and will now drop down into white holes to have a look. Very quiet round, no frags so far. Now Luck hope to open up the fragging. He's not spotted anyone, and MTW must be quite deep here. Looks completely out. Sunday will find him though on the top of Pop Dog. That's a great opener for MTW. As well, they lose that AWP as Wimp does bring one back. Kuban and Neo with the double. Neo now moves up onto that bomb train. It's a 3 versus 2 in favor of MYM. Zonic brings it back level before being shut down by Neo, and then it's all on MJ. He's got himself a FAMAS, he's taken the frag onto Kuban, and it's now 1 versus 1. MJE versus Neo, 7 health points versus 100 health points. Let's see who comes out on top of this one. The bomb is planted and ticking away. Neo's got himself a superior weapon to that of MJE. But the fact that he's down to such low health is surely going to be horrible. It will be. And MJE finds the frag. MTW will get the defuse. And well, to say that they won pistol, these last 2 rounds have been super hard work for them.
Yeah, it really has. And it's been too much like hard work for them. They have been called into question far too often. And, well, luckily for MJE, he gets away with the AWP that was down. But, I mean, realistically, they need to fix up a bit here, because it's a dangerous game to play. You can't go to the extremities after every round. It will crush you. It will defeat you. But, well, we'll see what they can do now. MYM are nading out as they charge on in towards this upper train yard. Sunder with the AWP delivers the frag onto Kuban. Galil now out from Luke. No good against Sunder's Orb. Finds himself the frag. Neo's down as well, courtesy of AVE. Taz has got himself one back before falling to his death. Wimp is down. Sonic picked off. MYM just will not die, and they go into each round, making it just so hard for MTW. On this round, they'll get away with a maximum of 3. 2 players having to rebuy. They continue to be a thorn in the side of them. And there's just Lord B left up. Has got a full health and an AK. But MTW do know where the bomb is. Hello, there's Lord B charging around the corner. And MJE is going to take that frag, and MTW get away with it. But you can't get away with it forever.
Oh, and that's the question. When will MYM actually capitalize on it and take a round? Because that will break everything that MTW have been putting together. But at the moment, even though they are kind of taking it to the last stage of every round, they're still putting the rounds on the board. So that's always a good thing. And now MYM will look to break that. Lord rushing straight down. Ivy now will flash around. Looking here for the frags. He flashes again down towards the back of the train yard. He spots one man who's probably flashed up there as well. Lord actually going off to the side of Wimp there while he was blind. Great play, smart play by Lord. Finds his second onto AVE, who was up on the sniper deck. This could be trouble for MTW. Zonic will bring one back, and it's now a 4-on-3 in favor of the Poles. Let's see if luck can make a difference. Neo has himself a deagle. Zonic will fire through the train. That M4 that Lord had is now out of the game. Zonic makes it a hat-trick. Sunder's picked up one as well. Last man standing. If we can get around to him quickly is Taz. We saw him up here last time. He fell off and killed himself. This time he managed to hit the floor without dying. But something tells me it won't be for long. He's up against 3 from mTw. And he's edging his way. At the moment, underneath that 6 train. He's got 50 seconds. He's got the bomb as well. So it is still doable for him, but it has to make this count. Zonic and MJ continue to wait just by that back train yard. Taz will edge his way around. MJ was actually looking the opposite direction there. Taz still didn't kill him, and MJ will make it 5 for mTw. Well, they've been very close rounds so far.
They really have, and I do fear that despite having a 5-0 lead, should mTw lose a round, I think it'll be insta-save time, and well, it won't be too easy for them. However, whilst the going's good, who cares? mTw will charge on out. As MYM again have bought. Lord B's there, and that was a double AWP attack. I think Kuben's got one, and there's one with Taz or Luke.
Confident.
Yeah. When well, they are expanding themselves across, as Luke has got one. And a double AWP attack is a big investment. As if you can hear anything in the background, perhaps chicken noises, that's from the alternate guys who are being goaded by Carmack into making noises. Wimp's opened up the fragging for mTw. He drops Kuben. Wimp gets himself another one. Great work from him as he clears out one arm of that Polish attack. It now has just the arm that's going through the white hallways with Taz, Luke, and Neo, who will, in fact, Taz is going to dart his way perhaps in towards that upper train site, which means the others are going to have to come down the ladder. They do so. Taz with the frag. Sunder's gone. And this is good stuff for MYM. It gives them an entrance point. Neo's got himself 2 frags there. Wimp and Sonic go down. Excellent work from MYM. They've opened up the mTw side. AVE and MJE have it all to do. They're a man down. MJE needs to come in from behind, and he's going to double frag. Luke and Neo annihilated, and now it's all on Taz. And it will be Taz to go for this one. 1 versus 1. Versus 1 versus 2 and versus AVE and MJE. Taz runs across towards that lower site, quickly has to get it down. The clock reads just 19 seconds when he puts it in. AVE will come across now from the spawn side. MJE coming from the Z always will push along, and it will be Taz holding back, knowing that he's between a rock and a very hard place, but he's still delivered onto AVE, but MJE is one too many for him, and mTw 6 rounds to the good. Just.
Again, just. I mean, this is a fantastic game, though. This is what mTw against MYM should be about. You know, mTw, although they are on that stronger side, the rounds are very, very close. They are the ones that keep edging that little bit further in every round and seem to get those frags that really matter at precisely the right time, which is why they're coming out on top. But, you know, this must be really frustrating, if nothing else, for MYM. The fact that they're almost every single round so close to actually taking the victory, that when they're 6-0 down, they're wondering why they're not even in front, maybe, in this situation. As AVE's grenade will land on Lord. Taz is actually up on his favorite 6-train position, as our HLTV is down. I guess they paused, maybe.
But I mean, the score, Joe, at 6-0, it could be 6-0 the other way. Each round has gone down to that level. As we pan our camera across,
yeah, they're paused.
Just see them pause. Viking sword up. Rallying cry from Wimp on the end.
Look at the difference between the two teams. MYM in a serious talk right now, whereas Wimp's waving his sword around.
Yeah.
You know, I think mTw are feeling very, very confident right now, even though, you know, this game's very close. They're not, in my opinion, the scoreline doesn't reflect how the game's gone so far.
You know, that point you make about mTw is why I like mTw. So many players and teams in top-level esports are unapproachable. They are just dead serious. They almost are robotic in their personalities. But mTw, they have no ego. They're the best team in the world, and yet they're also your best friends almost.
Yeah, they are amazing guys. You know, you can always rely on them to, you know, give a funny interview or wear Viking hats and swords and axes at an event, for instance.
I wonder how they got that through customs.
Probably the fact that it was plastic. I mean, you're not gonna, you know, customs not gonna go, oh, you can't take that plastic sword through. You could really do some damage. The other game that was, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow actually now, is the 7th. Yeah, it's tomorrow. The 7th place playoff game, of course, in the in this tournament, which of course is for the global final spot, which is between Crack Clan and N Faculty. The winner of that game will take the final spot in the global finals tournament. In my opinion, Crack Clan got to be the strong favourites for that one. You know, not necessarily on form of this tournament. They did it the hard way to get to that 4th position. And, you know, the results kind of helped them out as well along the way.
They did beat Mousesports, though, so...
Well, they did. They beat Mousesports on the way. So, you know, it's a difficult thing to say exactly how they're actually doing in this tournament, in my opinion, Crack Clan, because they're always up there. Sometimes they do well, sometimes they fall off at the end. This time they've got a chance to get into those global finals, so hopefully we'll be seeing them there, or certainly N Faculty worthy of that position as well. At the moment, the score in this game is 7-0 in favour of MTW. MYM managed to pause the game and have a team talk. Let's see if that actually reflects on this one at all. We continue to wait around and are taking things very slowly. Do you think MYM needs to change something up? Because it seems they've done almost exactly the same every round, which is obviously lose every round, but also their strats have not been very diverse whatsoever, in my opinion.
They've tried basically a combination of 2 strats over 7 rounds. One is splitting up and going down 2 down the Ivy alleyway and 3 through the middle. That's not worked. And the other is coming straight through the main train yard, and that's not worked. So you're right. The question is, what variation can you deliver when MTW have got a player like MJE who's on the top of his game? He's delivered, I think, 3 frags this round. Zonics come in. They're up again. MTW, they have just Kuban left, and Kuban's down. I mean, MYM are asking all sorts of questions, and MTW have got an answer for them every time.
Yeah, so that's where your timeout came in after the 8th round that they went down. So interesting from MYM. That's where that timeout came in. So let's see if now anything changes from MYM. I can't see where. They just need to change just something, because it's just too similar almost every round, and MTW totally have them figured out. And MJE on top of his form today, I don't think I've seen MJE play like this ever, if I'm honest.
No, I think this is certainly one of his top games. He's really, this position that he's playing at the long part of that alleyway, you either play really, really good or you get annihilated, and he is playing very well at it.
It's 17 for 2 at the moment, is MJE,
really, really
which
good.
is just amazing. Sunder at the moment is open from the middle of the 4 train down towards the back of Ivy, which again is a really confident position to be playing. Taz at the moment sat in T middle. There you go, the flashes around. They wait to make the push. Taz will now go, and Sunder will pick him off. Kuban goes down first, actually. Taz was spared. Wimp's grenade finds Neo. Lord, the only one to reply so far here for Meet Your Makers, and they need to get into this one. Taz again playing off the 6th train. I'm not sure if there's someone on top of Sniper Deck. Judging by where that grenade came from last time, I'm imagining there may just be someone up there. It is Wimp, and as you saw Luke go up there, he picked off the frag. MJ with another double at the end, and that's got to be 19 for 2. MJE is at the moment. Formidable play by MTW. They look almost like they're playing, well, someone that shouldn't be at this tournament.
They do, but yeah, they look like they're playing 2 goody calls. But let's not forget, in those first 6 rounds, things were a different story. Things were very close. Now, though, they're not. Now that opening 6-round memory is gone, and we're in a position where it's 9-0. And if you're MYM, you're wondering, are we ever going to get a round? Well, they have to get one before half-time at least. But this is Train as well. This is what Train can do to you, particularly if MJE is playing like he's got well, like he's got nothing to lose. He's on absolute fire, and then he's backed up by Wimp and Sunder. There's one man left standing. It's Neo. He has got the bomb down. MJE's dispatched of him, and it will be defused. 5 frags without reply. And I'll tell you what, that pause for MYM did absolutely nothing.
Looks like it may have even made them play a little bit worse. I mean, the score now is 10-0. Of course, Train is a big CT-sided map. The question is, how big? At the moment, you could quite easily see this game going to 15-0. I mean, MYM at the start of this, they played the first 6 or 7 rounds really closely. After that, it's just gone really downhill for them, and they've really not looked like really having a chance to even get into this one. We'll see where they go now. They're pushing this time into Pop Dog. AVE will push down. Look will fall again. As Taz will reply. Wimp brings it back in favor of MTW as the AWP on Sunder sound out. HE's thrown out there as well. Lord falls to Zonic, and MTW look unstoppable right now. They looked unstoppable yesterday, and well, they look even better today, in my opinion. It's now a 2 versus 4. MJE is going to say hello and take down 2 players once again. And that's the second time he's done it. Why are MYM not able to figure this game out? What's happened to them? What's going on?
I think one thing is the confidence of MJE. You could see, when he commentated with us in Dubai, from that moment it changed his life. And now he's a 23-2 fragging man here on Train. It's not rare to see CTs pick up 12 rounds on Train, if not more. But you're going to go into a pistol round here, which MYM are going to have to make sure they've got a chance to come out of with a game to play. They've got 2 frags on this round. Taz and Neo have got them. Oh, Taz shoots his teammate there. He's only got 26 points himself, Taz. That was Lord B took off. MJE is dancing around with Neo on the other side of the map, and Neo's got the bomb there. Sunder and Zonic will have to deal with this, and Zonic does. Taz down. MTW a man to the good. Lord B, who took 26 points of health off that shot from Taz. MJE's got Neo. This is going to be another round to MTW as Lord B walks around the corner. No, he doesn't even get around the corner. Puts an arm out the corner, and it's taken off by an MTW side who have played perfectly.
Perfect. 12 rounds gone. 12 rounds to MTW. We have 3 remaining. And well, we could be seeing what me and Spawn talked about earlier. A 15-0 is still possible to come back from, but the way that MTW are playing right now, I can't see them dropping a round throughout this game, in all honesty. And from MYM's perspective, I can't see where it'll come from either. They just don't seem to have got into it. They don't seem to have the confidence or the fluidity that we expect, really, from MYM from over the years. These guys are not bad players. They're not a bad team, but at the moment, they're just being schooled. MJE will take down 2. Reply from MYM as Sonic and MJE both go down. They're in on this inner site. Maybe, just maybe, this is the first round for Meet Your Makers. Wimp will pick off the head of Taz. Reply as AVE comes around the back. It's now all on Kuban. The bomb wasn't planted during all of that. What was happening? Why wasn't that bomb planted? Sunder will take down Kuban. I'm just speechless at the moment.
And it was Kuban that had the bomb. I don't know why it wasn't planted. There was no pressure on the site. Very good question. There were times there in that where we were at one-on-ones and you really felt MTW were going to come up, where MYM were going to come out on top. AV got away with 47 points of health in a dead one-on-one. He should have lost it, but he came out on top. When your luck is with you, it's really, really with you. And it gives ourselves a 13 scoreline. It means a pistol round plus conversion, and MTW are your winners here. But it's not over yet. MJE goes up against Luke on the other side and wins. That's in MJE's position, pushing out from the closed train yard and taking the frags. He's really, really enjoying himself today. The other MYM players, there are 3 opposite where Wimp is looking right now, who have all rotated across now. The entire MYM attack is going up now all the way around the back. And it is going to be a change here as Kuban and Lord B will pull back. Wimp's got nothing coming his way. Only Taz watching the 6 of the players who have rotated. MYM this time taking a bit more time, putting a bit more thought into this attack, and perhaps bearing just a little bit more fruit as Neo, Kuban and Lord B will make their way through. Taz with his 15 points of health going to go around the corner. Let's switch it up to MJE, who is going to be met by Neo in just a second. No, he's not, because Neo started back, and MYM are continuing to take their time. Sunder finds the frag onto Kuban. It's 3 versus 5 here. Surely, surely. MTW have got this one in the bag. AVE gets one. Neo down. Taz follows suit. It's 1 on 5, and it ain't gonna happen. AVE delivers it. It's 14-0.
I almost cannot believe what I'm seeing here. I mean, 14 rounds to 0. We've got one more to go. Speechless. You know, what are MYM doing wrong? Try and pinpoint one thing that they're doing wrong.
And that one, when they tried to bait, there was no noise. It took so long before they got around. The push up the Ivy walkway did nothing to MTW. They didn't even know if they were there. So that's all I could pick out on that one.
Well, we're going to see a push here through T middle. Sunder will miss, I think, his first shot of the game here. Luke finds one. Could it be around for MYM? MTW pick off 1-2. Sunder through the train. Lord brings it back to a 3-on-3, and Wimp then gives them the advantage back. MYM down by 1 man. Have their work cut out just for a change in this game. Here comes Kuban over onto the 5 train. He gets the kill onto MJE. And it's now a 2-on-2. Zonic brings it back. It's now a 1 versus 1. Kuban versus Wimp. Wimp will take it, and MTW take the first half, 15 rounds to 0. Absolutely perfect. Wow.
Wow, indeed. There you see on your screen. In fact, they've started the pistol round. I hope the cameraman doesn't see one of those 2 teams jumping up, because if MTW win that pistol round, they win this match. Remember, we're on HLTV, that's 90 seconds behind them. But we're now ready to start the second half, and well, this has been something that you don't see often.
Ever.
You don't see MYM misfire that badly.
I don't think I've ever seen this. You know, MYM against MTW. MYM having not won a single round, you know. This is a game that can and has been a finals game, you know, and right now MTW are making them look like just some random mix that they decided to play from IRC or something. It's just so good from MTW. They're flawless. We're just waiting for Zonic to actually switch. And we're going to get the restarts in here as well, and we'll get the pistol round underway. So, MYM have 15 rounds in a row to take should they want to bring this game to overtime. The way that MTW are playing right now, I don't see them getting anything. Maybe if they take pistol, which is, you know, because it's on an even playing field then and they have more of a chance, then we may see them get maybe 3 or 4 rounds from this game. I'd say max.
Oh, well, we say in every match that we do, the pistol round is important, the pistol round is important. Lose the pistol round, the game's over.
Yeah.
It's quite that simple. And it's the best chance MTW are going to get, in fact, because of the fact that it's train. And we're now set up for this. MTW kick us off here. And we'll see what they've got to offer. They charge on down. And we'll look to make something happen from this. I'm almost afraid to open my ears to hear whether I hear something in the background, i.e. a match being won, because MTW need to just make sure that it doesn't happen to them, because although confidence in MYM is low, it's not unheard of this being turned back around. Train is that anomaly that can deliver something different. Taz is around this corner for MJE. Will march his way through. Fires to smoke. Should get that frag. Does get that frag. MJE is a man on absolute fire in this half. Speaking of fire, the nade goes off. Luke gets the frag onto Zonic, and it did damage onto, I think, 2 other players as well. MYM now look to reclaim that bottom bomb side. It's 2-on-3. MJE, if making it a 2-on-2, as Neo gets himself the frag in on Sunder. Neo at the double. Wimp goes down. He may just have saved his team here, as he and Luke will go up against MJE, the man of the match, or the man of the first half, as he will follow, and MYM will hold on.
Amazing from MYM. No, not really. But, you know, it was a close one again. MTW got in there. They did a good job, actually, of taking on that side. But Neo with that double really made the difference when it counted for MYM. So, of course, now they have the advantage. They have those weapons. And they can get on that long, well, epic road to claiming some kind of comeback from this game. MTW, of course, have no money to play with at the moment. are going to push out. They have lots of rounds to work with. There's no need to even rush buys and things like that. Look at Neo, both getting themselves kills. Lord grabs himself one as well. There's that when MG and the AV all go down. I don't know why we've lost game sound on the stage, but hopefully we get that back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do you think it's, I know, I kind of hate saying this, but at 15-0, do you think it's possible for them to come back?
I think it really is. Any other map runner would have said no, but this is Train. And, you and I have both seen 15-15s on this one as a result of the map. It's rare, it's difficult. You've got to overcome a mental block as well as the fact that you're playing so badly, but it's possible. And the cheer in the back, which I don't think you can hear on your mic, so we won't say it anyway. Coming too far from the right for it to be mTw for my money. As Neo gets himself a frag in onto Wimp. mTw are falling like flies here on yet another save. Neo gets himself one back, and Taz is going to go down, and that'll be that. MYM pick it up. And in these early stages, at least, we're just alternating until mTw buy, so the 4th and the 6th rounds are going to be crucial. After the 6th round, if it's 6-0, of course, remember, you saw that MYM in the last one could buy every round because the game takes pity on them. And mTw will be able to do the same, but 4 and 6 are the rounds that could be game winners.
So now mTw look to close it out. The first gun round of this second half, of course, the score is 15 rounds to 3. Taz nades up there towards the end of the Whitehalls. Look, actually Cuban, sorry, will take down AV. Luke is just waiting out at the bottom of ladder room, but the mTw push won't be coming there. At the moment, it looks like they are going to be making that dash down Ivy. I don't know why I'm whispering, because we're on HLTV of 90 seconds delay, so I can talk louder than normally now. Okay. We're not giving everything away this time. Neo at the moment 7-0, so maybe Neo can carry his team to something in this one. mTw take things very slowly. MYM have actually got 3 men on the inner side at the moment. As Luck will pick off MJE. mTw have to move, I think, quickly now. Otherwise, they're going to end up being picked off one by one. Zonic could face up to Neo if he peeks around this corner as HLTV goes, hello, 2 minutes in the future. And Zonic actually managed himself a double in that time. And it's now actually 3 versus 2 in favor of mTw. Wimp will bring it back to a 2-on-2. Great shot from Zonic. Last man standing to save the day for MYM is going to be Taz. Zonic picks it up, and that will be victory for mTw. 16 rounds to 3. And well, the 16-3, I think, is almost generous to MYM.
I think it really is. The 3 can only be attributed to those first 6 rounds where mTw were on the rocks against MYM. But I mean, other than that, it was the most one-sided match of Counter-Strike I've seen between 2 top 10 teams in a long time.
A very, very long time. So that kind of culminates our coverage for today. Tomorrow, of course, we now have the upper bracket final all decided. It's going to be, of course, mTw, who we've just seen destroy MYM, going up against Alternate, who beat Fnatic earlier on. What do you think about that game?
Well, Alternate only do exciting. That's the only thing they can do. On that big stage, they make everything so exciting. 2 16-14s. I'd love another one tomorrow, but I think it's going to be a real rollercoaster. The 2 form teams of this tournament going up at it. It's too close to call.
mTw, for me, I mean, they've just been unstoppable this whole time. They don't look to have had any trouble really with any of the games that they've played so far. And you know, they've of course got to be the favourite. I think they were favourite really coming into this tournament anyway. But certainly from this point onwards and going obviously into the global finals after this event, that you just really can't see any other team from Europe beating them right now. I mean, other teams have obviously got the potential and have shown some signs of being able to do that as well, but the way that they're playing just looks amazing.
It does, and I think the best part about it is that point that we made about mTw earlier. There's no pressure on them because they don't have that ego, that thing in their brain that most top players do, that when they get down, they continue to get themselves down as a result. These guys are just 5 really nice Danish guys who happen to be the world's best, and they don't beat each other up when they lose. Those Viking swords are for fun only.
And they're made of sponge. So, we will now go over to Matthew Ryder, who is actually down in the interview area with someone from the teams. They're actually behind me, so I can't see with who, but have fun with it anyway.
Hey guys, I am here with the legendary Wimp. What a fantastic game, seriously. Say something for me, Wimp. Say, we owned MYM.
We owned MYM.
Brilliant. When was the last time, we all saw what happened, when was the last time you owned a team that hard?
It must have been when we played Fnatic in at Code 5 and ESWC Masters. I think we won 16-2 or something. So.
Brilliant. It's your tournament, man. It's yours to win. What are your chances at the Globals?
I think they're quite good. We played good until now, so why stop? I think we can go all the way if we have a day like this, and I think we can.
And you seem to be having a lot of fun in that game. I noticed you've got a sword on here. Tell us about this sword.
Yeah, it's just a lucky charm, and we're Danish Vikings, so when we win some rounds, we cheer with these weapons, and just for fun.
We want to see you waving it on the stage tomorrow and screaming at the top of your voice. Will you do that for us?
I promise I will.
And any words for the fans?
Keep cheering for us.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, Sons, and back to the stage.
Thank you. Ja, ich glaube, das war ein ganz klares Match. 15-0 zur Hälfte und er hat ja gesagt, das war relativ lange her, dass sie das gemacht haben. Code 5 Qualifier haben sie 16-2 gegen Fnatic gewonnen. Nun trifft Fnatic auf MYM morgen im Lower Bracket Halbfinale müsste es sein und Alternate trifft auf den Gegner mTw, mit dem sie auch gerechnet hatten. Und der Verlierer von beiden spielt gegen den Gewinner zwischen MYM und Fnatic. Das zeigen wir euch um 14 Uhr das Spiel und dann geht es natürlich weiter mit dem Overall-Finale. Davor gibt es World of Warcraft, so auch wie heute. Da haben wir die beiden Gruppen abgeschlossen und Mousesports Cake in der Gruppe B hat es auf Platz 2 geschafft. Vor ihnen ist lediglich SK Gaming WoW, hinter ihnen Existence aus Spanien und Terra Gaming aus Deutschland. Auf Platz 4 hat es gerade noch so geschafft. Ausgeschieden dagegen definitiv schon sind Fnatic und Against All Authority Casual Team. In der Gruppe A, Mousesports WoW Team um Phil Dreisen, der ja auch das ein oder andere Mal bei uns auf dem Sender zu sehen war. Die haben es auch wieder nur auf den 4. Platz geschafft, müssen dementsprechend gegen Terra Gaming ran. Also da kegeln sich 2 deutsche Kandidaten raus. Dafür auf Platz 1, ja, so eine kleine Überraschung, Innerfire WoW. Auf Platz 2 Against All Authority Newark und auf Platz 3 hier Nihilum Plasma, was auch eine kleine Überraschung ist, denn die hatten einige sehr viel weiter vorne gesehen. Platz 5 Millennium WoW und natürlich auf Platz 6 Sky WoW. Wer jetzt alles verfolgt hat, kann abschalten und schaltet morgen früh ab 10 Uhr wieder ein. Wer nicht alles verfolgt hat, schaltet nicht aus, denn ab 19 Uhr gibt es die Wiederholung. Einfach dranbleiben und wir sind ansonsten ab morgen früh 10 Uhr wieder für euch da. Bis dann. Tschüss.